X-Men Children of the Atom was released originally in 1994 in the arcades, and fuck, what a game! The following year, the Saturn got a port in Japan, and then the rest of the world the following year. Can you just imagine owning this game only 2 years after it was released on the arcades? That's gotta be pretty exciting. Keep it in mind too, around this time when movies came out in the cinemas, it would take potentially years for us to get a home version. Luckily for us though, that the video game industry moved a little bit quicker than that. It also came out on PC and PlayStation. I owned it on PC back in the day, and it was an awesome game I sunk heaps of time into. From what I read, the PlayStation port suffers from missing frames, slowdown, and lengthy load times. So, excuse me, as a smug Sega Saturn owner. There are plenty of Sony fanboys out there, but this is the one game I can finally turn my nose up at you and your stupid console that only sold millions of units and did well financially and had a massive library of games and had a firm grasp on 3D. But it's obviously not well enough to do a half-decent version of this game. So the story goes, Magneto plans to unleash an electromagnetic pulse on the Earth, which will disrupt the magnetic fields and create havoc on the world's electrical systems, ushering a new dark age for the Earth's non-mutant population. What is interesting here is that we not only have the good characters to choose from, but we also have some baddies as well, and they're all in it together too. There's also one secret character you can unlock with a combination of buttons, and that's Akuma. The other characters we have to choose from are Colossus, Cyclops, Iceman, Psylocke, Storm, Wolverine from the good side, and the villains that we have to choose from are Omega Red, Sentinel, Silver Samurai, Spiral, Jugs, or Juggernaut, and Magneto. One thing that Street Fighter 2, the original, had that was amazing was interactive stages. Ken had that stage where there's a boat and people are shouting and cheering us on like it's some kind of school fight. I'm pretty sure they killed each other. But the barrels crumpled when you fell on them, and this game takes that same idea to the next stage. One stage in particular, Spiral Stage, where the floor crumbles up to 3 times, which would have blown minds back then. So, let's take a breakdown of the game and see where it all went wrong. Of course I kid. This game has both my nip-nips on high beam. Presentation is excellent from start to finish. Both in-game and menu presentation could not be any more perfect. Graphics are amazing. This is as close to arcade as you can possibly get. Animation is smooth, no slowdown, and it simply ticks all the boxes with ease. The colours are bright without being over the top, and I did not notice a single glitch. This port is amazing. I do not have a single bad thing to say about the sound. I know it's never really a big part of my reviews with sound, but this game takes me all the way back to 1997. The sound is awesome, and it's an accurate port. I'm really glad that Acclaim bothered to put in some time and effort for this one on the Saturn, so nothing is out here. Gameplay is excellent, nothing out of kilter. I literally have nothing to fault on this game. I wish I had more to say, but the controls are responsive, and it just plays well. All the characters are all pretty well balanced. If they're slow, then they can either take some big hits or dish out some big hits, like Colossus or Sentinel. But if they're fast, then the hits are smaller. There's also the super jump and the X-Power gauge, which builds so you can really pull off some super moves. All of this amounts to an excellent time. How much replay value can you have with a fighting game such as this? The modes provided to us are standard, but the amount of time you'll have facing someone else in the versus mode with another Marvel character is plentiful. Since the game plays so well, you'll be back. Would I recommend this game? I've made mention of this in the past, but since it is Capcom around this era, that's your clue right there. It's not always going to be this way, but this time, all it does is reinforce that opinion. Of course you should own this game in your collection. Without it, your collection ain't shit. Acclaim, feel free to quote me on that.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
As always, thank you very much for watching. Click on the TV to see the last review, and click on the name underneath the television if you'd like to subscribe.